Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
I thought y'all knew.
I am your host, Tyrone Bridges. Let's get it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to welcome you. We want you to sit back and relax your mind while we express the way we feel this evening. We hope that our musical vibrations leave an everlasting experience with you. When you leave this evening, go out and spread the word.
Of my life. There it goes again.
Welcome. This is Tyrone Bridges, what I thought you'd do. And this is our exclusive interview live in studio here. Live in Railroad Studio over here in Ypsilanti on Railroad Street. You guys, we're giving them a shout out early. We have an exclusive interview, and I thought you knew. We have a very lovely lady here with us, our newly elected Circuit Court Judge, Tracy Vandenberg. Welcome, Tracy.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. You know, I'm so happy to be back with you, my friend.
Great.
I'm just really excited to be here.
Yes, it's wonderful. I'm glad you came back. Just like you said, I've been so excited. I just don't know what to do. You guys, we're live in the studio. You see we got our masks on.
Yep.
Social distancing. We're behind plexiglass, and we are live talking to Tracy about the victory. Tell us a little bit about the victory. How did it feel to actually hear that you won the election?
Oh my goodness. I still can't believe it. I actually have been sworn in, so officially I am actually a judge.
Alrighty.
But well, as I said to you, my friend, I'm always Tracy.
Alrighty, wonderful.
But I can't believe it. I mean, no one in my family is a judge. No one in my family is a lawyer. I think, honestly, if you talk to my parents when I was a teenager, they thought I'd end up on the other side of the bench.
Wow.
So I'm just so humbled and honored and excited that the community chose me to do this job, and now I'm here to serve the community.
Excellent. That's what she said. She's here to serve the community. The last interview you said you're here to serve the community. I deeply appreciate the love and the devotion that you have. We knew that you was going to be elected. When we had you on our show, we had the energy going on, and we said we really got to get an interview with the judge and actually let's talk to her and get something from her heart and see, a pure interview with you. And you gave it to me. You didn't hassle me. You was ready. You was fired up. I was the one taking my time, but I enjoyed the interview. And this one right here is also important right now because this is the beginning of a mark on your legacy, a positive mark on your legacy. Tell us how that feels to you.
Oh, I mean, I'm so grateful, and you know what, I'm really excited. I'm pretty high energy, as you know. We had a great, fun conversation.
Yes.
And I'm so excited about working with the community and things that I want to do at the trial court. I've got my team hired, so I'm really excited about that.
Right.
I get to hire a judicial coordinator and a judicial attorney.
Right.
So I'm bringing in Corrine Moore as my judicial attorney, and you guys, maybe we can all come back. You'll love her. She's an attorney at the Department of Civil Rights.
Oh.
Yep.
All
She
right.
was a legal services attorney for many, many years. We worked together at Legal Aid. She really understands issues related to implicit bias and access to justice. And so we're going to be a team to make sure that people are really being heard in the courtroom, and they don't, especially people who are self-represented. We're already talking about things that we can do to make it better for people. And also looking at the data, making sure that Black and people of color are not disproportionately sentenced, and really working on those issues and making sure we're transparent. So I'm really excited to have Corrine because she has investigated police departments all across the state of Michigan. She has a lot of experience working with data, and then also her and I work together, as I said, at Legal Services, representing under-resourced people. So I'm just so grateful she's going to come on board. And then my judicial coordinator is a wonderful woman. Her name is Kenesha Thomas. She has been in the court for 14 years. She started as a clerk, now as a recorder, and so now she's going to be my full-time coordinator.
Excellent.
And what struck me immediately, not only the fact that I just like Kenesha, is when I was asking her why she wanted the job and what was important to her, is she told me how much she liked working with the public, how much she liked helping people, how sometimes at the court when she was a clerk, she saw other clerks that were not helpful to people who were self-represented, and she knew she could do more. So I said, this is what I want, this is what's important to me, so I've got my team, and I'm super excited about that.
All right. You hit the ground running, huh? Just took your team and got them together.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That is awesome. That's the type of leadership that we're talking about, you guys here. We have, once again, if you didn't hear at the beginning of the show, I'm letting you know, we're here with our newly elected Washtenaw County Circuit Court Judge, Tracy Vandenberg. She is a wonderful community servant. She's a wonderful lawyer. She's going to be a powerful judge. She's going to bring some power in our community, some love in our community, some humility. And I just, I love her energy. She has some powerful energy, When I talk to her off camera, she has a lot of that drive that let's repair our community. Let's get our community back on the right track. And that's why I really, really needed to have that follow-up interview with you. Due to this pandemic, stuff don't stop still. She still got sworn in. I'm still here. I said I was going to have this show. We're here live. We're doing simulcast. I'm videotaping here. Also on Facebook, and we're live in the studio. So
it's amazing. And I'm so excited that you have this studio now. This is amazing.
Yes, thanks to Groove Studio.
Oh,
I appreciate it.
So
you guys
excited.
Check them out online. Groove Studio is here for everybody, self-serve studio. But I definitely want to let everybody know that we do have a great thing to look forward to in a powerful judge, a homegrown person that has invested energy in the community, as well as putting her team together. You guys, we are honored. We are honored to be able to have this conversation with you and to be able to see where you're at. Tell us some things about what you've been doing during this COVID-19. I mean, I know it's been crazy, and I know you've been campaigning a lot.
I have.
I know you've been doing a lot of work, but, I know you've been doing some things, and how's your family's been holding out with this pandemic here?
My family's doing great. Like, my husband is really happy to have me back.
I know, I'm campaigning.
Yeah, so as you know, I work full-time in the AG's office, and then I had a second full-time job at night, right, campaigning. So literally, he was part of the team, but we were like he was just holding everything down.
Right.
So, he's really happy that I'm back to one job.
All right.
I did wrap up at the AG's office, but now I'm working on my transition. I'm looking at, processes for the court. How are we doing in our child welfare cases? How are we doing protecting survivors of domestic violence? When people are having child support issues, how are we helping them to stabilize economically rather than punishing them?
Exactly.
So I am starting to look at all of those things, get some committees together, just try to get, figure out how things in the court actually work behind the scenes. I've always been, as I said, not in the court.
Exactly.
So that it can make things better for people.
All righty. See, analyzing, getting things together, putting people in the right places. See, that's exactly what we need. We need that type of leadership. And like I said, the voters spoke. The voters spoke loudly and clear. And we have a fantastic judge that's getting her team together. And seems like she is 100% community oriented. So like I said, I want to recommit myself, like I said before on the show. If any time that your office needs my assistance in helping out some of these youth, some of these families, and providing more services in the community, hey, feel free to reach out because I am here. This is all I want to do. I want to provide powerful things and positive things in Washtenaw County for people to enjoy. So we won't have to have people going to the unfortunate sides of the law and actually have to go see a judge, unfortunately, when things go bad.
Absolutely.
So in our community, we do need people, thinking people, people who are loving people. And like I said, once again, you guys don't know who I'm talking to. I'm over here. I have an exclusive. I'm talking to the judge, the new judge. I'm excited. I am so excited. And I know for a fact that we're going to have a lot of people watching this. And I told him I got an exclusive. And I'm, like I said, I got chills. When I saw her, I said, she pulled up, and I said, she's here.
Of course.
We actually did the Zoom the first time.
Right.
But that was different. But then now I actually see the judge before she get behind the bench. Lord, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful.
Well, I consider the community part of my team as well.
All right.
And I want to be really clear about that. It's something I ran on, but it's also something I meant.
Okay.
I want to be out here. I will be accessible. You and I will have multiple conversations. I hope you'll invite me back.
Oh, yes.
But I also need to know, if there are things at the court that I'm not doing right that need to be improved. I want to hear about it. I'm not there for people to say, I'm a tough person and I'm there to do a good job. And sometimes you need feedback.
Yes.
And I really ask people to provide that to me. We want to be responsive to the community. That's the number one thing when I got my team together, and I see it as a team, not as a hierarchy, was, are you going to be responsive to the community? And I'm based on the two women that I've, hired, I know they will, because based on their history and their excitement, and I'm feeling excitement in the court. I've had meetings with friend of the court and, other people, other judges, and they're really open. They're like, they're open to the kind of things I'm talking about and things I'm excited about, and so far it's like, hey, go run with it. See what you can do.
You're talking about some powerful substance in our Washington County court systems. That's actually the physical reform that we need. I say, we have somebody here in our court system that cares about the community, that's accessible. Like I said, before I can pick up the phone and I can call her. I get to her all the time. I can text her. She texts back. She's real good with that. And I want to say thank you for that, because a lot of people don't return calls. A lot of people don't also keep up with the promises they made. I know as a judge you can't make promises, but you did assure me, hey, I'll come back on the show. I will, definitely.
Of course.
We're here. I love it. So I want to let everybody know that the voters once again have spoke, and I just wanted to bring this lovely person here on the show with this exclusive interview to actually talk with her about some things. And I've actually gave her a heads up early because I wanted to do a lightning round. I told her, I said, I'm going to try to do some things different on the show. So I'm going to do a lightning round just for a few minutes, maybe a couple minutes. This is just a trial run just to see how Tracy works out with us. We're going to ask her a few questions just off skit, just to see where her head is and see how you like it on I Thought You Knew. Here we go. Well, my first question is, your favorite R&B artist?
Okay, so I knew about this question, and I was like, I have to pick just one. But I gotta tell you, when my husband was dating me, he used to get out the Barry White.
Barry White.
Yep. On our second date, he made me dinner. All of a sudden, I hear, "Can't get enough of your love, baby," and I won't say anything else. But
all right,
we've been married 26 years, so.
Well, he made that tune. He played that tune at the right time.
He sure did. So I love me some Barry White. So it's special. But I was talking to my daughter about it, and we were saying Lauryn Hill, Etta James, Al Green. I mean, there's so many.
There's so many, but you spoke to your heart. You spoke with the heart right there.
I gotta, every time I hear that, I think about when I met my husband, and we're still, I've been lucky. We were young, and it was lucky it worked out. So.
Hey, he better keep himself in line. You the new judge.
That's right. That's right.
But also, hey, we got another one. What's the favorite food place? Well, this might get her in trouble, but this is the first. This is a lightning round, so give her some air. What is one of the favorite food places in Washington County?
Honestly?
Yes.
Probably one of my favorite food places is the Coney Island on Jackson.
See, this is an authentic sister here. Coney Island. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
You eat a coney dog and it's sloppy. You can't eat it all pretty.
You know, I've had a lot of fancy food. I've you know, had a lot of luck in my life. But I'll tell you, I am missing the chicken lemon rice soup at Uptown Coney Island. The coney dog. I mean, my dad just came to visit me. He came in for my investiture and he said, "Can we go to the Coney?" I said, "We can only get takeout," because he loves the Coney.
Oh.
Because, you know, every time he comes, I take him to the Coney.
Yeah.
He's like, "We got to get some Conies." I'm like, so I gotta say, like, hands down, if I said I could only eat one place, that would be it.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right, real quick, another. What is your favorite time of the year out of the 4 seasons?
Ooh, that's a good one. I mean, I think I really love the fall, actually. I love that sunny, crisp weather.
Yes.
Like, I like being outdoors. It's not too hot. You know, the leaves are changing. I love the Christmas season as well and the holiday season. But that fall season, I've always seems like it's, you know, school starting.
Yeah.
Always just really love the fall.
Great. All righty. I think I got 2 more for.
You can ask me anything you want.
All righty. If you could give a plug to any Washtenaw County group or any Washtenaw County organization right now
Ooh.
to appeal to the public and ask them for your humble support for them, is there any organization that you could think of right off?
So I am actually prohibited by the judicial canons for ever suggesting donations.
There you go.
So
There you go.
I'm just not allowed to.
She's clearing it up. So we would have never known. See, this is not
Right.
scripted. We
Yes.
needed to know this.
Yes, so that's just, and actually it's funny, I went to the first day of judge school,
Okay.
and they are really serious about this. So much so that somebody said, "Well, if I'm selling Girl Scout cookies for my daughter, can I do that?"
Oh.
Because it's like raising money for the Girl Scouts. And they finally said, "Well, as long as you're not saying you're like a judge while you're selling the Girl Scout cookies."
See.
But what I would say is that we have so many wonderful organizations in the county. We really do. And so I would, you know, say to people, please support them. It is a difficult time. I know
That's right.
across the board, you know, I wouldn't pick out anyone in particular across the board.
But let's support everyone of them.
Yeah, or just, you know, pick something that is meaningful to you, because I think there's so much need.
Right. And I'm glad you didn't weigh one or another, and I'm glad you explained to the public the reason why you couldn't actually say certain things. And I needed to know that because I was nervous. I have never asked a judge anything, but can I
Well, I just learned this at judge school, and I go back to judge school, by the way.
see?
Did you know that judges actually go to judge school? So it's the first week. Actually, we have some excitement. So Lorraine Washington, Judge
Wow.
Washington, 14B.
And we hope to get her on the show too.
Yes.
Yes.
And then we just had another judge appointed, Miriam Perry.
Oh,
Judge,
yes,
I
I
don't
saw
know if you
that.
heard, 15th District Court, and Judge Anna Freshour. They only run judge school once a year, so we're all going to judge school the first week of January.
That's awesome.
It's online this year.
All women too.
Yeah, all women, and even better, 2 women of color.
2 women.
2
of color.
African American judges, new African American judges in
We
Washtenaw
can't
County.
beat that. Washtenaw County, we
Even
win.
better. Even
Yes.
better. I mean, it's so amazing.
We winning all around Washtenaw County. We got women leading things. I love it because sometimes, you know, us men, we get a little cuckoo. We mess up a lot, but you know, we'd love to know anything that you would like to actually share to the public, or you just announce to the public right now while we got this few minutes. To
Sure.
share?
Yeah, I mean, I think some of the things that I'm really worried about. I'm really worried about our communities, and as COVID-19 goes on, and our restaurants are closed, and people are unable to work, and you know, if the eviction moratorium is lifted, you know, they are working on that. You know, I just want to tell people that, you know, it's not ideal, but there is help out there. As you know, I worked at Legal Services for many years.
Yes.
If you are faced with an eviction, please call them. You know, if that's something, and don't wait, just, you know, if you get a notice to quit, or for non-payment, make sure you're calling legal services and getting advice right away.
And we'll definitely put that number up on our show's page.
Yep, I can tell you, it's 734-665-6181. As I said, I know it by heart.
That's right.
They're a wonderful organization, and there are things that they can do, and there are resources out there, and they're going to know the most up-to-date, recent, so don't, it's great to listen to friends and neighbors, but, this is a service that's here for every resident of Washtenaw County. Even if they can't go to court with you, they'll walk you through the process.
Right.
And they are working now, they're there. So
The delay is there.
So that's something, that I think, I just want people to know. It does, nothing seems like enough right now. It's really a hard time for a lot of people. But we do live in a county, in a good county.
With many resources.
Where we have, as I said, probably not enough, but at least,
yes.
We have probably more resources than many, so.
Right. And so basically we definitely need more humility. We need more humility. We definitely need that in the community right now. I know a lot of people ain't always better off, or ain't always as well off as they should, but during this COVID-19 season, I should say, this is something, like I said, 2020, they can wrap it up and throw it away and never talk about it again. We will never have to say 2020. But this 2020 brought us wonderful women on the bench. And this is the highlight of this whole interview. Wonderful women on the bench. Women that have passion for the community, women that's grown in the community, women leading things. If my mom was here right now, she'd be so proud I'm interviewing a powerful woman. And you are an example of leadership that we need constantly. You guys, this show is not paid for by anybody, but I do have a sponsor. At the end of the show, I want to give a shout out to my sponsor. And this show is for the community, Washtenaw County community. Listening, people have been listening all over. I got people listening in the United Kingdom. My brother's living in the United Kingdom. I also have a lot of listeners from India. It gives me a listing of countries that listens to this show, and I appreciate you guys, giving you guys a shout out. And Tracy has been here for a good 20 minutes on our show, trying to give us this quick. I don't want to hold her up too much. I'm just so excited that I got a chance to bring her in studio and finally get a chance to meet her. And we're live still on Facebook. And I know Facebook is like, wow, they're here, they're together, and it's just, it's awesome when you're looking at a winning candidate that you knew that was bringing some great passion to your song.
Thank you.
And I really needed to tell you that, because a lot of people, they run for this, they run for that, but we need people that are sincere, and we need people just not are in there for the moment. Mm-hmm. And see, you talking and walking. Elaine talking and walking.
Yep.
And we know what y'all do.
Yep.
And we love y'all. Like I said, I endorsed y'all on my show. I pushed y'all for the show. I'm going to definitely continue to root for you, because we need to be your supportive backbone as well as you doing what you need to do on that bench. And if we can help you, if the community can help you in any type of way, please feel free. Reach back out to the show. I don't care what it is. Even if we have to come together and solve some things.
Absolutely.
We are a community. When we come together as one, we can be a powerful community.
Absolutely.
And we can make great strides, you guys. The community needs us. The community needs you. We need each other.
We do. And what I'm really looking forward to is when we can, right now, Tyrone and I, we have our mask on, we're being safe, but I'm really looking forward to when we can be together in groups.
Yes.
I don't know about you, I'm going to get my COVID vaccine as soon as I can get it. I'm kind of lower on the list, which totally understandable. We want our healthcare people to get that first.
That's right.
But I'm going to get that vaccine. I'm probably, when I get it, I'm going to put it on Facebook, tell people I'm doing it.
Did you hear she's giving her vaccine live?
Yeah.
See,
I'm going to put it live because I'm going to tell people I'm going to do it. I want to be safe. I want to protect people. I want to be with people again, out in the community. I know this is a hard time. I do think, I will say the one thing I've said, so my daughter came home from college. She goes to school in Vermont, and she's here longer because of COVID right now, you know. And it has been, you know, I try to look at the little blessings. And
Yes.
normally she'd be running all over town, seeing her friends, you
Now
know, she's
she's
a college
home.
kid, and she's home. And so we've been, today, we were watching a movie together because I had a little time off in between, and we
Wow.
baked cookies the other night. I try to see the small blessings in this situation. I mean, there's not, you know, COVID is a horrible, horrible thing.
Yes, it is.
But I do try to, you know, I try to be thankful. I'm thankful for my family and you and my friends and the community. And I know we're going to get through this. I know
Yes,
we're going to
we
get
will.
through it.
Yes, we will. And I declare, I'm not a pastor, but I declare in the name of Jesus that COVID don't reside in our family here. We're not having it, so COVID, stay away from us. We have a wonderful judge that we need on the bench doing great things in the community, and we need to support her still. We need to hold her feet to the fire, just like she said.
Yep.
She said on the show, hey, hold my feet to the fire, hold me to it, and she meant that. She's a woman of her word. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. We have about another, five or 7 minutes. We want to get shout outs to anybody that we might have forgot. I'm giving a shout out to Elaine Washington because I want to get her back on the show. She indicated that she would like to get back on when she wins. And we know you won, sis. We know you won. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody that you would like to give a shout out?
I'm telling you, it really, to the whole community, especially Ipsy community, you know, it's just a community that I feel, you know, most of my legal practice has been in Ypsilanti community, serving Ypsilanti residents, and I always feel so embraced by the community. You know, I was walking I didn't knock on people's doors, but, you know, when it was summer, people were outside, and I was handing out flyers. We hit 108,000 doors in the community, in the city, not the city, in the county. But I went to pretty much every precinct in Ipsy, and people are, you know, so warm and welcoming, and, you know, a lot of people in Ipsy, you know, in some places, you know, people don't have a reason to just trust some white lady walking down the street.
Hey, but now they gotta trust you. Now they gotta respect and trust you.
But, well, I have to earn their respect. But, right, I gotta earn it.
Yes.
And I will do that. I'll earn it.
Hey.
Because nobody has a reason to, like, just trust me based on the title.
That's okay.
It's okay, and I'm okay with that. I'd like them to be polite, because I'm going to be polite.
Exactly.
But I'm going to earn their trust. And I talked to just so many wonderful people who shared their stories, you know, and some of the things the challenges they were facing. People, you know, invited me into their homes. I mean, it was just, you know, it's a community I love. So,
and you're the best one for the job in this county, in the circuit court. We got to shake it up a little bit and bring some real hearted people in there. Not to say it hasn't been, but hey, new leadership in there, new judicial leadership in there is what we needed in Washington.
And in 2 years, you know, we're going to have another opportunity. So Judge Brown is retiring.
Okay.
I know it sounds like a long time away, but 2 years goes pretty
Real
fast.
Real quick.
So there really is going to be some real, and then Judge Connors retires in 4 years. So, you know, in the next several years, the Washington County bench is really going to change.
Yes.
And, you know, I look forward to the community being really involved in getting the people that they want.
Did you hear that? We got to get the real people in these seats. We got some seats coming up in 2 years, the seats coming up in 4 years. We will be pushing the next judges in Washington County. And this is a promise on I Thought You Knew by me, Tyrone Bridges. This is not the judge speaking. I'm speaking over her, unfortunately, because she's not on the bench right now, but I'm giving her all the respect because, you know, I respect
This is
lady.
your show, my friend.
That I respect this lady, I respect her, but we will make sure we fight hard and try to get the right judges on the bench because we need some good people on the bench like this. anything else we'd like to say in this short 3 minutes, and we can wrap this up because we could do this all night, but this is our first time here at Groove Studio. I love it, and I wish I had it longer, but the next time I'll definitely have it much, much longer. We'll bring you more shows.
Just, I look forward to working with you and seeing people. As I said, I've been attending Zoom meetings. I was at the Willow Run. I'm a member of the Willow Run NAACP meeting last night. I was really excited to hear all the Get Out the Vote efforts that they had, registering young people, and if people have something that they think would be, they'd like me to come to, or please just, reach out to my office. I actually am getting a new phone number, so I can have that, or reach out to Tyrone and he'll get it to me.
That's right.
Because I'm apparently getting a new phone number. I don't even know it yet.
We'll definitely have it on our show.
Not that, and I look at these things as a learning experience for me. It's not about someone having a judge there. It's more about me getting to meet you and hearing what's important and hearing what you need.
And that's right.
And
that's love, I'm telling you, because you don't get a chance to have genuine judges, genuine people from the community get a chance to talk to people and really hear things. I usually see during like election times, pamphlets coming here, pamphlets coming there, and I'm like looking at these like, okay. So when you have people that can say, contact me, call me, and mean what they say and say what they mean, this is who we got. And we are lucky to have her. We are blessed to have her. And I am blessed to have you on our show again for the second time. And anybody in your office would love to come on our show and talk about what they like to bring to the community, I would be honored to have her.
That would be great. We would love that.
We want to bring as much information to the community in Washtenaw County and Michigan and throughout the United States and beyond, I should say. I don't want to forget my brothers in the United Kingdom, George and Andy Long. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And once again, you guys, we are here, and we're about to wrap this up because we're here in the studio on our first run and our first live one-on-one interview in Groove Studio here in Ypsilanti, Michigan. You guys, I want to thank you once again, Tracy, Judge, your honor. Thank you so much for coming back on the show.
My friend.
I really appreciate it. I appreciate it. You guys, once again, this is an exclusive interview with Washtenaw County, the newly elected Washtenaw County Circuit Court Judge, Tracy Vandenberg. This is Tyrone Bridges, What I Thought You Knew, signing out. Talk to you later. Peace. Perfect.
Fantastic, my friend.